guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be going over my 2024 planner lineup. So I have a Sterling ink planner, and then for my memory planner I created the same thing as I did for last year, which is an OKPLANS planner. So I guess I'll start off with my memory planner. So starting off, this is my 2023 planner, and I just want a sneak peek. This is coming in 2024 personalized covers. It won't be foiled or anything, it'll just be printed on the cover itself while I do the design process. So there'll be a slight upcharge for it because it is personalized, but if you don't want personalized, you can just leave it blank. So it'll just be in a separate listing if you want the personalized cover upcharge. But if you purchase the cover itself, there'll be an option for personalized or not personalized. Anyway, so that is pretty much that. And I wanted to show you like how I've been using last year's layout. So this is pretty much what I recreated for 2024. It has no days of the week at the top, so I have 3 layouts where it includes the split section, or you want a straight column. So some people don't want like the lines here to indicate where a full box and a header lines up at. And I don't know if you can see that line here. So that pretty much, this little section here fits a header and a full box perfectly, and then you don't have to guess where it is. But if people don't want that line, I have the straight layout, which is just 1 column here instead of 3 rows, or technically it is 1 column, but 3 rows. So that is pretty much that layout. And then both of those layouts have like the days of the week, but if you don't want the days of the week, there's a 3rd layout, which is this. So this is for the memory planners who like to use date covers in their spreads and don't want to keep whiting out all the dates. So what I end up doing is just taking out the dates. So then I also wrote down the days of the week, and so I don't mess up how many weeks I need. So when you get the planner, it'll include 53 weeks depending on when it starts and when it ends. So sometimes there might be a week that overlaps, so you'll still have that leeway of getting that extra week in case of anything. So this cover was originally on my 2023 planner, but I don't know what cover I want for the 2024. It might be an art set that comes out next year. I don't know yet. So I'm just going to use this cover for now until I see an artwork that I like, and then I'll just make 2024 instead, which is kind of crazy that we're in 2024 next year and I'm be 26. It just feels so weird, but time flies. Anyways, so now going into my everyday carry, or my everyday planner. So I decided on the B6, or the Sterling ink B6 common planner. So I actually got 2 common planners, which was the week size. So it was during the pre-order. I first ordered this. This actually came after this one. This came after this one, which was really funny, but it actually got lost in the mail. So I had like the tracking. It shipped on October 13th, and there was no tracking, or like the tracking never updated it after a week, and then another week, and then or like 1 week already passed. And Sterling ink is based in New Jersey and I'm in New York City, so it was just very odd that it wasn't there, or like it didn't show up after a week. So I emailed them. They said the following week, which is kind of standard because I do that the same way. Wait until another week. If it doesn't show up, then pretty much I'll get it, or whatever happens, it'll just be resolved. Anyway, so I don't even know where I was going at with that. But anyway, this was lost in the mail, so I had to get a replacement package, which is this. And I had purchased the clear cover for it, but it did not fit. And I did not realize that in the listing, I think she updated the listing after the fact, after this shipped, or like the clear cover shipped with my B6 planner. But my B6 planner fits, but except the week size, which I found very odd. But and I tried to use the blow dryer method, and the clear cover was just not stretching. It wasn't doing anything. It was just not happy, and then it just crinkled up, and I just did not like it, so I chucked it. $12. That was $12, but it's okay. I think I'm going to use this for work, but we'll see. Maybe I'll gift this to one of my coworkers because they've been eyeing one of these planners, but they weren't, or eyeing the Hobonichi Cousin because they kind of liked how the size was, but they weren't about to commit to a planner that costs a lot. But anyway, so yeah, so I ended up just going with the B6 because I was playing around with it anyway, and I also got the B6 notebook, which I kind of like the size anyway. Sorry, I keep saying anyway. I apologize, but so pretty much I decided to go with the B6 common planner in forest, I believe. This is mist. This is forest, yes. So it doesn't look green when you first look at it, but there is like a green hue to it. So you can see in the edge, it's slightly green. And then, I don't know. I might regret, but I actually don't mind this looking too dark. I didn't want the pink because I wasn't really a fan of the pink. Maybe next year I'll get the, I believe the camel color, like brown. So we'll see what color I'll go with next. Or if maybe I'll go with the bigger size, like the A5. But I kind of like this B6 size currently. So after I put down the clear cover, I think I showed it in my like haul video. But I also put down journaling cards on both sides just to make it a little stiffer because it's kind of flimsy compared to the cousin. So I ended up just putting a journaling card. It adds like a bit of structure. So that's pretty much what I did. And then I also created this like extension, if you would call it, because I wanted to make sure that I had enough pages for the dailies. So I didn't want to ruin that. So I ended up just making a little booklet for my budgeting. So I like to track down like how much I saved in each month and so on and so on. So this is pretty much my full-time paycheck, my Etsy and Shopify. And then here I like to mark down like my savings trackers. So pretty much I write down this column is for my regular savings, then this is for my home savings, this is my weekly savings, this is not my weekly but like the full month meaning, and then this I will write down the total. So I did it for 2 pages because it kind of worked out. I kind of calculated depending on my previous spread in my Leuchtturm, and then for this one, instead of doing 10,000, I'm going to aim for 15,000 for savings, for home savings, and then 15,000 for general savings, and I do make more than that. So that's why. So last year, or currently this year, I already passed my 10,000 goal. So my goal is to save more instead of spending so much. This year I kind of fell back on my budgeting, so that's why. I'm trying to, actually, I like to see things visually, so that's why I created this chart. And then for the random savings challenge, which is technically for this column, so each week I save, so I pick a number from 20 to 150. So for 2023, I originally did, I believe, $20 to $75, but I upped it to 150, so I'm saving more per week in that case. So I just did a random, like, usually you're supposed to do it every week, but I'm kind of impatient, so I rather just do it all at once. And I try not to like duplicate the numbers when I did the random, like, I believe it's, if you search up random number from this to this, I think on Google, it'll just populate something. So yeah, anyway, but by the end of the year, I'll save $4,355, which would be good because I could use that for something else instead of spending it somewhere else. But I was going to show you what I did for last year, if I could find my notebook. But last year, where'd it go? Hold on. Oh, here. So here is like the chart that I recreated. So this is 10,000. So I already saved 13,000 if I did it like this. So I'm totally fine with, like, if I don't save 15,000, it's totally fine. It's just not going to, like, I won't be sad about it, if that makes sense. Because technically my main goal is 10,000, but if I save more than that, that's totally fine. And then, so for the weekly challenge, so last year, or technically for 2023, I would have saved I saved $2,269. That is including like the rest of the year. And then, so for this year, I'll save in addition to that, which would be around like $6,600 or $6,600, roughly around that. So that's pretty much that. So each, like, I divided it into each of the weeks. So there will be that first 5 months. So I'm just going to put down the first 5 months because honestly, I don't know what will happen. Maybe I won't get promoted or such, but we're not thinking of that. But anyway, that is pretty much when my fiscal year ends. So that is when promotion happens, and maybe I will have more money to be saving. So I just put that down. Not speaking into the universe, but anyway, so then for this page, it's like a monthly recap of how much I saved in my bank, how much I saved in my high yield savings account, just pretty much a summary page for each month. And then almost like it's pretty much like a net worth page. So then after that, it's just a bunch of blank pages. So I will be doing my budget breakdown, which I guess I can show you in my notebook what I mean. Like, it's very similar to what I did before. So this is my budget breakdown for November 15th. So pretty much I wrote down all my categories, which I technically do a sinking funds categories or like savings, but it just takes out from my bank account. So my main savings are from here in my high yield savings account because it earns interest and stuff. So this is pretty much things that I usually spend money on. And then I always put $1,000 per paycheck into my savings account regardless. So that is pretty much that. So anyway, that is pretty much what I do for budgeting, for my budget breakdown. I don't go with fixed expenses and variable expenses because honestly, it's very hard for me to track it like that. So I just do it as like sinking funds because it'll continuously take out anyway. So that is pretty much my extension of this planner. So I will go flip through the planner itself for what I already set up. So pretty much I wrote down like on a sticky note important dates that I need to know for my CPA exam, which is the Certified Public Accounting exam. So yeah, I just wrote it on the sticky note because I don't know when I will take the exam, but it's good to know when, like, they're gonna have blackout dates now again. So pretty much you can only take the exam during these time periods, and then the scores will be released like 2 months later. Technically, yeah, 2 months later, which is ridiculous in my opinion, because why does it take 2 months to score a computer-based exam? I don't understand. But anyway, that is that. So then after that, I didn't fill out like the quarterly pages or like the goal setting pages either. So I haven't decided what I wanted to do with this. And then I filled out the monthlies for pretty much like birthdays, when I fly to Hong Kong, when I come back, Christmas, and then yeah, important dates, birthdays. My shop will reopen on January 7th, and then paydays. I guess I only marked it down for the first month of the year. I don't know what I was thinking, but okay. So then after that, I just wrote down all the birthdays that happened in the year. And then in the weeklies, I haven't decided what I was going to do, but it's going to be pretty simple similar to the cousin. But I won't have the space here to draw out like shop stuff. Honestly, I didn't really look at it anyway. So this might be like a weekly recap after I do my dailies. So now onto the dailies. So I will show you what I did in my cousin to explain this layout. So for this layout, I guess I can show you this page. So originally it's printed like from 3 a.m. or 5 a.m. to whatever time, in increments of 3 hours. but I like to do like half-hour increments, so I ended up just doing 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. and then there's like a line right here, a darker shaded line, which is where the original like hourly section was, but I just extended it so it's not all cramped together. So anyway, so pretty much this whole section here, I write down like what packages I received, what I did, literally what I did for the day, and what packages I received. So pretty much like TV shows, and all the miscellaneous things that I did. I can show you, like for example here, I wrote down my work hours and then wrote down all the covers and TV shows that I watched. And up here will be like important like highlights of the day, like such as publishing my YouTube video and stuff. So that is pretty much that. And I did play around with it in my notebook, so before I actually committed to this, but funny thing is I actually drew this layout first before I actually played around with it, but I kind of like it anyway regardless. So this is what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks. Technically it's been already past but by the time you're watching this, but anyway, so I actually drew this in pencil, so I can just erase them after like I did the day. So that is pretty much that. Sorry, I got interrupted by my brother calling me to figure out how to put a signature in his email. I'm like, bro, you could just Google that. Anyway, it's just so funny. So pretty much I forgot what I was saying, but I drew this line in pencil so I can just erase it and it'll just look like a clean spread, which I can show you here. So the line was originally here and then I just erased it after the day has ended. So pretty much like example here, like this line is still here because I haven't technically finished the day, or it has finished, but I just haven't erased it. Anyway, so that is pretty much what I've been doing for the daily spread. So I kind of set it up for, I think, up to March 15th. So I've just been drawing the lines out and then so on. So I will have like the full year's worth set up. And then I know I might have some extra spreads. I think 2 extra spreads. So I did a pen test on the last page, so it doesn't interfere with anything else, which kind of worked out because I like to use the Energel 0.5 pen in this, or like in the Hobonichi Cousin. So it worked out well that it works in here. So that is pretty much my everyday carry planner. And then I don't know what else. Oh, and I kind of marked down like important dates, but where it like falls on a Monday, I try not to write it here except for January 1st, which it was important enough because it was my dog's fifth birthday. But that is pretty much my 2024 planner lineup. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys next time. Bye!